Hello YouTube, my name is Peter with Geeks Trucking. How are y'all doing today? I'm doing good. I'm hauling a fighter jet engine, which is awesome. I spent all day on Air Force Base here in, outside of Las Vegas. It was quite interesting. Never been that close to fighter jets before, saw all different types. Met a couple pilots, one from Netherlands and one from Denmark. They were out here training with us, a whole team of them, I guess, and doing war games against each other, which is interesting. But after I changed the engine and another piece of equipment and everything, the lady came up to me and said, "Oh, by the way, don't forget to tarp." So I told her I don't tarp, sorry. She's like, "Well, then you can't take the load." So I got on the phone with my dispatch and basically yelled at him, even though I know it's not his fault, but I was aggravated, frustrated, because this load just doesn't pay enough for me to tarp. I'm sorry. And I told him I just pulled a number out of the air. I told him I better get another $150 for tarping, and he's like, "Done." I should have told him $500, but hindsight is 20/20. So on Monday I get to have a long conversation with my dispatch and telling them unless I get at least $2,500 plus tarping fees for a run, I'm not going to tarp anymore, and I'm just not going to do it. And if I get blindsided finding out that I have to tarp when I get there, I'm going to cancel the load, because I'm just not going to do it anymore. Not unless I make good money. But kudos to the Air Force personnel, because they overheard me bitching. Excuse the language. They overheard me complaining about tarping. So there was 5 airmen that loaded the jet engine up, and they're like, "Don't worry about it. We'll help you out." And they did. They helped me tarp the engine. So they helped me throw the tarp, which is the hardest part. So thank you to them. I appreciate it. Yeah, I couldn't have done it without them. I mean, I'm just like 140 pounds now. I just don't got the strength to throw a 150-pound tarp that weighs more than I am. So anyways, back to the main reason for this video. Main reason for this video is for new CDL drivers and rookie drivers. Some basic advice. Advice that I don't think other drivers on YouTube have actually talked too much about, because a lot of people do it, but they take it for granted, including myself up till when I was thinking about it, because honestly I complain a lot, and to some of my friends, like now, tarping. I complained a ton about tarping, and I complained about the first time I tarped. I complained when I was in Jersey. I complained when I sat for 5 days in Seattle. So you need a support system. You need friends and families, support system. It is an absolute must while you're out here. You need family to talk to, and you need friends to talk to. You need that support system. But you also need drivers. Other drivers that can relate to what you're going through. To know the hell that sometimes you have to go through as a driver. It's one thing to tell a friend and family that, yeah, this happened to me today, and yes, they will be supportive. But they can't fully grasp it, because they've never done it. And you can't expect them to grasp it, because they never done it. So I have friends and family, and have drivers and friends that I talk to constantly about everything, especially while I'm driving. I talk on the phone a lot. It helps pass the time. It helps me stay connected. And that's what you need to do. You need to stay connected. Those type of connections are your ground. So they help you stay grounded while you're out here. Now, another advice I have, if you're a new CDL driver and you're about to go into training, I cannot tell you how many times I walk into a truck stop and there's a new driver asking me to get him a shower. Now, I'll let you know that showers are about $12 out here. That's too much for just a shower, but that's what it costs if you have to pay for it. Now, gratefully, I did not have that problem with my trainer. My trainer, Devil Dog Thomas, Devil Dog Trucking, he did it right. And my suggestion is, when you get into your trainer's truck for the first time, you discuss showers and how they're going to work. Because there's no reason why whatsoever your trainer can't help you out with getting showers. It's not like they're paying for them. At Pilot, I think it's 50 gallons, 50 to 80 gallons depending on which Pilot you go to, and you get a free shower. And some of them, I think, is still doing it. I don't go to Pilot very often anymore, but I believe that if you're a team driver, if you fill 80 gallons up, or like 120 gallons in a day, and if you're a team driver, you should be able to do 120 gallons a day, or something like that, you get 2 showers, 1 for each driver. If you're with a trainer that refuses to help you get a shower, call your company up and tell them you want a new trainer, because that trainer ain't training you out of the kindness of his heart. No, he's making your cents per mile, or at least a portion of it. So he's making more money off of it, and there's no reason why you should be forced to buy your own shower. Not when they're free. And that's just one of the things that really bug me out here, is getting asked, because a new driver saying, hey, can you get me a shower? If I'm at a Love's, I get unlimited showers, so sure, I'll get you a shower. That's not a problem. Done that a handful of times. Pilots, unfortunately, I only have 1 shower credit at a time at Pilot, because I only fuel, or try to fuel, at Love's, unless I'm forced to stop at a Pilot, and then I use my shower credit there, and then I fill up again so I can get another shower credit. When you're on a trainer's truck, constantly ask questions, especially when you're loading. Now, my training was not a normal training in the trucking industry. My trainer did not start me off on just dry van. Yes, I did dry van with him because I did Amazon loads with him. But I also did step deck, flatbed, heavy haul. No oversized, but heavy haul at least. Up and down mountains. Everything. If you want to drive, let your trainer know you want to drive. If you want to run your clock out, tell your trainer, let me run my clock out. If you feel confident behind the truck, say, hey, let's do some team driving. You sleep while I drive now. Because in the end, that's what they want you to do anyways. It'll help you get through training faster. And then when you go solo, when you go solo for the first time, make sure you have your trainer's telephone number on speed dial, like I did, like I still do. Because you're going to run into situations, you're going to say, what the hell? What did I get myself into? And I still do it. I've been out here 6 months now, and I'm driving. What did I get myself into? How did I get here? How do I get out of here? And if I call my trainer, he always tells me how to get around the situation. That's what a good trainer is. A good trainer doesn't forget you when you get off the truck. A good trainer will be there anytime you need help. And that's a difference. Also for new CDL drivers, when you get with a company, tell them you want a trainer that's been driving for 3 to 5 years at the bare minimum, in my opinion. A lot of these companies, after driving with them for 6 months, you can become a trainer. I can tell you, at my 6th month, if my company decided to stick me with a student, God help that student. I don't feel fit enough to be able to train another person after 6 months. Because my learning curve is still skyrocketing. I'm sorry. I'm going from, started off in drive-in for a few months, went to step deck for about a month, I think. Then I went and did an overweight, which isn't a big deal for me. Actually, overweight's easy for me. And then I went to oversized, and then I went to tarping. Now I'm just waiting for overweight, tarping, and oversized load. That's what I'm waiting for. But truthfully, my next step is going to be an RGN or a lowboy, or getting my own truck, whichever comes first. One of those two things are going to happen next, and they're going to happen real soon, within a week or so, week or 2 or 3. So yeah, so I hit my 6 months. I'm ready for my truck. I'm ready for the RGN. I do not like strapping. And when you strap people, for you rookies and new CDL drivers who are going to get a step deck or flatbed or RGN, when you have to use straps, those things will break in real quick. I'm sorry, I hate strapping. I can't stand it. If you don't use the strap guards properly, they're going to cut on you. And they're going to cut while you're on the road. And if they're cutting and DOT notices it, you get a fine, I guess. I've never got caught. But I try not to strap because of that. Just because they cut too easily. I feel much more secure chaining. I like to chain. I enjoy chaining. I enjoy the puzzle work that goes involved with chaining. It gets frustrating. You'll get sore if you've never done it before, but it's fun. But if you're a new CDL driver or rookie driver, have questions, leave them in the comments. Send me an email at peter@geekslogic.com. It's also in the description of the video, my email address. If you send me an email, I don't reply. I had one student driver do that. He left me a comment. I gave him a different email address to send it to me, and I called him as soon as I got it. If you send me an email address, chances are I will call you instead of really replying to email, because typically I sleep, I wake up, I drive. I sleep, I wake up, I drive. I sleep, I wake up, drop off, pick up, sleep, drive, constantly. I want to constantly move out here. I don't want to sit still. I don't want to sit idle. A solo driver can go across country in 3.5 days. Or faster. I've done it faster. So, there's just a lot out here. There's a lot to learn. And I'm still learning after 6 months. Nowhere near what I need to know. But I learned to drive in ice. I learned to drive in snow. I learned to drive up and down mountains. I learned to drive in dense fog where you couldn't even see 2 cars in front of you. Driven in every type of weather that you can think of. Wind, high winds. And out of all weather, wind is the one I fear the most. It's not so bad now since I'm on a step deck, because I have more openings for the wind to get through than a tri-van. But yeah, wind is not my favorite thing to drive in. Learn how to use your Jake brake properly. Don't be one of these truckers that go down a 7% grade riding their brakes and all of a sudden the brakes catch on fire. Don't be one of them. Do not be one of them. I honestly try not to step on my brake going down any grade. At all. I don't like to. I use the Jake brake. When I had a heavy load, even with the third setting on the Jake brake, I was still accelerating a little bit, so I had to every once in a while step on my brake. That is fine. Did I ride my brake? Absolutely not. You do not want to ride your brakes. That's how brakes catch on fire, and that's what causes issues. I never chained. I say I never will chain, but I also said I would never throw a tarp. So I guess we'll see then. If I am forced to chain, my company told me that get someone on the road to put the chains on for me to show me how to do it, and I'll pay for it. But still, I don't want to chain. I don't want to drive on chains. So try to stay away from chaining if possible. And again, there's not a single truck driver out there that says, hey, I feel like chaining. No, we all hate it. Just like I believe most people hate tarping. And I understand why. But anyways, this has been an extremely long video. I'm tired and I rambled on, and I apologize for that. But thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Share my videos with all the new CDL drivers. I pretty much logged so far everything that I've done since I was in school. It's my video log of my trucking adventure. With the right support system, you'll have you could have a lot of fun out here. You see a lot of things that you never would see before. See a lot of things you wish you wouldn't see, but you'll see it anyways. So keep that in mind. There's good and bad with everything. But anyways, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Y'all have a great night, and thank you again for watching. Bye now.